Okay, so I'm going to say I'm pretty excited about this one. We're going to do a review of the pressure control system brought to us by ARB. Now, if you're a fan of their products out there, you'll know that they always seem to be doing a bit of innovation in the for driving, camping and off-road area. We're going to do we've already done the install. We're going to jump straight into a product test. The tracks as long as I have, you've probably seen how you do your tyres over the years develop and develop and develop. Remember many years ago we used to use a stick to let the tyre down, do the nights forward driving, head off to the servo, pump your tyres up. Then we got on board compressors and digital tyre gauges, easy deflates from many different brands out there, not just ARB, and that all seemed the norm. Now came along ARB's Pressure Control. It's a digital based app that you use on your phone, coupled with a Bluetooth controlled module onto your compressor. Okay, so what we've done here is we've done two tests. We've done a rapid deflate using the easy deflator, and we've done a deflate using the pressure control. Now in both tests we decided we'd want to eliminate the weight of the vehicle and any other factors we could. So we took a wheel off the vehicle, put it on the ground, we've set it up, a camera up, and we've gone from start to finish the process. So the start would be connecting this, doing the deflate, and then probably checking with the digital tyre gauge what we got at pressure 2. The other one would be turning on the pressure control app, plugging into the tyre, dialing in our pressure setting, watching it deflate, and then disconnecting it, timing both, seeing which one's going to be faster or more convenient. Now, as I said, we didn't want the tyre on the vehicle because every vehicle weighs differently, and obviously with it on the vehicle, it's going to deflate quicker because of the weight. So we just wanted to see a comparison between the two units as best we could. So we're not going to bore you with the full video of how it works. We will just sort of show you the setup. We'll fast forward and then you'll see the time for each. Let's get into it. First up, we're going to use the rapid deflate. How's that? And 1 minute and 5 seconds to deflate the tyre using the easy deflate. It's kind of what we expected. We've been using it for a while. It's quite an easy tool to use, just screwing it on, pulling the valve, job done. Let's jump into test number 2. There you go, 2 minutes 33 to do the same job with the pressure control. I know what you're thinking, over a minute difference in letting one tyre down, so times 4, that's 4 minutes. It's kind of like, is it wasting your time or not? Well, what we found was that although we've done a deflate test, we didn't do an inflate test. And the reason we didn't do an inflate test is because we found that everyone's compressors are going to be different. And so the results would vary. And what we've found using the product in the bush is that when you start with one tyre, you can move around to the other tyres, taking tyre caps off, getting things ready around the vehicle, looking to maps, having a chat with the boys, dealing with the kids. Same time, you just move to the next tyre, locking the hubs in as you go. Whether you've got auto hubs and manual hubs, you've got to do it anyway. And I found that, and with the weight of the vehicle, that it was a lot quicker. It would definitely be almost half that time. So I found that in the long run, the pressure control system was a lot better than just using an easy deflate from my personal experience. Of the equipment was a little bit tricky just because it was sort of all really personalized to the vehicle. So you had, using the ARB airlines and fittings, you really had to make sure you knew what you wanted when you purchased the equipment. Now, if you can take your 4-drive or your compressor down to ARB at the same time when you purchase the pressure control, then you can kind of nut out what fittings and that kind of stuff you need to do the install. Pairing it with the app on the phone, very easy. Just download the app, make sure it's updated. It's all Bluetooth. Once the unit is powered on, it really comes on quite quickly. You're not sitting there waiting like some other Bluetooth devices to find it and connect, and you're kind of just wasting time. I found that once you turn the switch on, within half a second it would paired with the phone once the app was open. If you had the app open, sometimes you might just have to sort of just wake it up a bit, but I never had any connectivity problems with the app. And being my compressor's in the back of the car, and I was doing the connections at the front, there seemed to be any problems. And as I moved around the vehicle doing the deflates and inflates, never had any connectivity issues. Now I know what you're thinking, it's just another thing to break on the tracks, it gets wet or something goes wrong, and, I don't really need that in my life. And what you can do with the app is you set it in a mode that the compressor is as if it was. It just, when you turn your switch on, the compressor goes to max pressure and will just keep cutting in and out, cycling on the pressure valve that's standard on the unit. Or you can tell it when the compressor is energized through your switch that it goes straight into the connect mode or sets to a target pressure. So you can set it to be like it is without the connect, or you can set it up so that you go straight for a tyre pressure. Where this really is advantageous for me is that when I'm airing up, I know what I want my pressures to be on the road. I don't have to remember that every time I air up or have it written down in the glove box or something. Just go straight in the app, I just choose a tyre, I just pump it up, I know what I want. What could be improved with this unit, you say? Definitely the app could use some improvements. I'd love to see, now you're listening ARB, this is what we'd like. Multiple vehicles in the app, multiple trailers in the app. Maybe select a trailer, like a caravan, have your 4 tyres, because you know what your pressures you would like to run when you're off-road and what pressures you want to run when you're on the highway. Then you can go into, say, your boat trailer and set what pressures that trailer uses. A 6x4, maybe another vehicle, and you could have multiple terrain settings so you know what you want to run your vehicle when you're in the mud, in the sand, on the highway towing, that kind of stuff. But in general, the app layout is quite simple. You've got all your menus there, all straight away. As soon as it loads, you're straight into it. You're not having to flick through sub-menus to find out what you need. You go straight into selecting that you want to go for a target pressure, what the target is, and off you go. By that time, you're plugging in the tyre and you're starting to inflate or deflate. So what do we think overly of this product? I think it's great. I think, it's got a price tag attached, like everything, but it's really going to get rid of a few things in the vehicle. It's going to get rid of a few tyre gauges and easy deflators and other pressure related things. This thing's a unit that's already built in. We always have our phone on us and some connectivity in the car anyway. When we're doing the install, it was a little bit hard to find certain air fittings to suit the ARB product because they're always in demand, and so you just really had to sort of nut out where you're going to get them from and know what you needed. And be prepared maybe to go and have to wait for a part to come in because you've ordered it back online or have to go back into the store. But we really love this product. I've got it installed in this vehicle behind us. It's probably never going to come out. It'll stay with that compressor forever, and makes my life easier on the road. I don't have to remember tyre pressures in amongst everything else we're doing when we're towing and we're going off road and we're dealing with the kids and we're working out where we're going and wanting to have a bit of a chat with the mates, because I know when we do air down, everyone seems to congregate. Nothing gets done on the tyres. Everyone's having a good chat, and then time's wasted, and that's time spent on the tracks. But that is part of it, having a chat with the boys. So thanks for tuning in, guys. We really love you watching our videos. Remember to always hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and leave us a comment down below if you've got any questions about this product. Sorry I couldn't do a install video for you. It just wasn't worth it. It's just literally an air manifold that goes on your compressor, and there was a lot of fiddling around, and I was pretty excited to get it in, so I kind of jumped that stage. Until next time,